This is a tutorial that goes over how to change our Photoshop Radial Design into an Illustrator vector color design, which is going to lead into our final color radial project. So this will be the first time we're taking a Photoshop file into Illustrator and vectorizing it. So we're going to open up Adobe Illustrator, and you're going to File, Open, head into your VAT folder, and find your Photoshop file. That's that Radial Design you created in class. When you open it up, it's going to give you some options when you import from Photoshop. Keeping the layers or flattening the layers. We do want to flatten. And click OK. It's kind of an important step. If you click on this design and you see little red boxes, you miss that step. We do not want to see any red boxes. When we click on it, we see one red outline, which allows us to move that image around as a whole. If you hold down Alt and zoom in, you see pixels. So this is still a Photoshop image, but we're going to vectorize it by clicking it with this arrow up here, which is the selection tool. You can see these little white dots and the red outline, and you're going to go to the right hand side where it says Image Trace in your Properties panel and choose 6 colors. What that's going to do is outline each of the shades of gray that it finds. Well, actually it limits to only 6 shades of gray. It's going to outline each of those shades of gray and create what's called a vector. And vectors operate differently from pixels, and we're going to play with those vectors today and recolor them. If this bar comes up for you, this is the progress. It does take a little while to automate this in some of the designs, not all. Mine's just taking an abnormally long time. But when it's done, you'll see our design pop up, and it's going to look a little bit different. So if you hold down Alt and zoom in, you see all these smushy shapes, but there are only 6 shades of gray there. What I need you to do every time you image trace, on the right hand side there's an expand button. Click expand, and now we've got red outlines around each one of those vectors. The red's not part of the image, it's just what's called selected. So if you click off, you don't see it. If you click on, you see that each of those shapes are selected. You're going to File, Save As, and save this as, maybe you want to create a folder, and you're going to save this as grayscale. So you can see I already have one. So title it Grayscale, keep it Illustrator, and hit Save. Yours would be for the first time. Mine is saving over my old one. Now what we're going to do is break this apart so we can click shape by shape and change the color. We're going to right click on the selected image so you can see the right. You're going to ungroup, and you're going to click off or click in the gray space. When you hover, you'll see the shapes kind of light up to show you where they are. Find the brightest shape you can find. Doesn't really matter where, but a pale value, and click it. And so the red is showing us what that shape looks like. We need to find all the other pale shapes, but to speed that process up, you're going to go to the Select option at the top and go to Same, Fill and Stroke. All of those shapes are now selected. To change the color, we go to Fill, and we're going to go to Libraries here because no color palettes are open. I tell my students to go to Color Books, Pantone, the top Pantone option, which is a heck of a lot of colors. Yours probably opens up very small, so you can slide from the bottom, open up that image, move it where you want it to be, and you can see all of these colors. So go ahead and choose any color you want, and you should see those shapes become the color you clicked. We're going to keep doing that, so we're going to do that 5 more times. Select, and then select Same, Fill and Stroke, and then change the color. It doesn't matter to me what colors you're picking at this point. You can just be random, you can be intentional, but we're just changing all those grays to a color so that we can then alter them to be specific color schemes. Don't forget to choose that same fill and stroke. Otherwise, you're gonna color one shape at a time, and you're gonna lose your radial design. You can hold down Alt and zoom in if you're not sure if you have all the colors. Missing this little guy. Okay, so when you're done, you should have a design that looks a little different. Just in case we need to use this again, we're going to save this as random because that's what it is, just random colors that you chose. So go ahead and save that, and then we're going to talk about how to change all the colors at once to create a color scheme. So on our post, we've got this list of color schemes that you're going to need for the final design, which will look like this. So we've done grayscale, and next we're going to move to complementary. So what you're going to do is take that selection tool and drag over the entire design. And on the right hand side you should see in quick actions this group option. Click that. When you look back, that's gone, but you see this recolor option. And recolor is a powerful tool that allows you to change all the colors at once. Very easy to operate. So we're going to move it out of the way so you can see a little bit. These are all the colors that are live in the document right now, so the 6 colors that you chose. And if you go right here, it's going to randomly shift the colors around. And that's kind of nice because then you can sort of see the same color scheme but in different places. But we need a specific color scheme called complementary. Up here in Harmony Rules, if you drop down, you'll see complementary 2, which I choose because there's more colors rather than the plain old complementary. So when you change to complementary 2, it changes your colors to be complements. If you don't like what it's given you, you can go to this edit button and you see the color wheel. So much like we did with Adobe Color and our interactive color palettes, you can move it around. It's going to stay locked in a complementary color scheme. You can go back to Assign and randomly switch around if you want to, or you can just go with it. But when you're done, you're going to OK and File, Save As, and save it as the name of the color scheme you're creating. And you're going to keep going through that process. So make sure it's Select, go to Recolor, drop down in Harmony Rules. Let's go Analogous 2. Again, random selection and or edit, swing this around, OK, and save it as the color palette. So when you're done, you should have a whole folder full of several different Illustrator files for all those different color schemes. Let's go to 8th hour. So you can see all those different color schemes are there ready to go for the next step.